Short and brief, I am a non-custodial mother. My children were removed from me in February of 2009. My parental rights were terminated for child neglect. I have a severely multiply impaired child who has a tracheotomy, hydrocephalus, 3 shunts, a G-tube, seizure disorder. They basically said that I was an unfit mother to take care of her. We had in-home health care nursing 8 hours a day. Inadequately explained on documentation, there was no evidence proving that I had neglected this child. There were reports from doctors stating that I had not neglected this child, but Judge Gardner still, yet and all, terminated my parental rights for my children, but less than a year later, let me keep my son. Child Protective Services actually in the month of April of last year paid me $300 to leave the state of Michigan to take my child and run away so they wouldn't reopen a case and let whatever issues that they were having within the courts to come out. So I agreed upon what they wanted me to do. I left. At the time, I lived in the state of Mississippi. I went back to my mother's house and I took the offer. They told me I can keep my son if I left. They gave me the money to leave, so I left. So I guess I'm in.
This is the first time I've heard this. This is incredible. Who gave you the money?
Child Protective Services. So yeah, no, I still have custody of my son, but I do not have custody of my daughters. I have not seen them in 2 years. They are not with family, and it just puzzles me because they told me that
What is the reason why they say you cannot see them?
they didn't give me a reason why I couldn't see my children. They said that they took my daughter away from me because I didn't have transportation to make it to her doctor's appointments, but still yet and all, the reports from the doctor says that this child does not have health issues that come back to me.
So that is the child that's
She's medically,
special needs,
yep, she's
right?
special needs.
And you took care of her, and you know, where is she now?
I have no idea. I don't know where any of my children are. All of them were separated. They're all in different places. They're not with family. They're not with their culture. I just don't know where they are. They told me if my special needs child ever passed away, I would never come to her funeral. They would never notify me if she ever passed away. And it's heartbreaking. I'm always for the best interests of the children, and I believe that there should be a change in the welfare system of the children. I don't believe that every parent is bad, and I don't believe that every parent is good, but I believe that the ones who actually struggle to make it to where they are, they should be given some form of credit. Just like the foster people through DA Blodgett for children. There was an abuse case. I actually called Child Protective Services on DA Blodgett because they hit my daughter in the mouth and knocked her tooth out. She came to the visit expressing to me, "Mom, this lady knocked my tooth out." I asked my worker, "How come you didn't notify me?" She said it happened a week ago and we didn't let you know because we didn't want to see your reactions. So I guess the ending of all that, they made the foster mom take 8 hours of parenting class to correct the problem. My daughter was actually living with staff of DA Blodgett for children. They told all of my family to stand down. We're going to give the kids back to Queena, stand down, and they lied to everybody. So now my kids are just who knows where, don't know, haven't seen them, and you know, they made me take 18 weeks of parenting classes, and they make this lady, I was not charged with child abuse or anything like that. Inadequately on the record, I don't know what happened.
And what should have been the solution to this whole thing?
An evidentiary hearing, evidence against me to show what made me a parent to where they had to take my kids away, or what makes me a bad parent.
Excuse me, what was in the initial petition? What were you charged with initially?
Child neglect for my special needs daughter for missing 2 doctor's appointments.
That was all?
That was it.
You had nothing more?
That was it. I had the best appeals
How
lawyer
many
ever.
children were taken away from you?
4. My 4 daughters were
Why
taken away
the
from
other
me.
3 taken away?
Inadequately on the record, never explained.
Did you agree?
I had Judge Gardner.
Did you agree to this? Was it a jury trial? Was it a contested case? How did
I didn't agree to anything.
Did you show up at the hearing?
Yes, I showed up at the termination hearing.
Were witnesses presented, or did you agree to?
Everyone who has ever worked on my case, from Arbor Circle to Kent County Health Department, everybody, nobody showed up. Nobody.
So you didn't agree to anything?
No, I didn't
So
agree to
there's
anything.
no testimony. You're saying they just made your children words to the court without any testimony?
No testimony, no evidence.
I don't.
It's common.
Judge Gardner used to be an attorney in my county.
This is her sister.
Well, like I said, Judge Gardner just signed a petition and gave me my son. So Like I said, either you're a good parent or you're not. Either I'm a neglector or I'm not. You don't dare tell me that you're going to take my 4 daughters away, but then a year later tell me that, oh, you're a good parent, you can have your son, but you still can never know where your daughters are, and that's unfair. That's unfair.
It's not the way the system is.
It's not supposed to.
And then I told you
This
to
is the
give up
family
rights for
support
Kayla.
system.
I'm the grandmother.
Keep
And two
quiet.
other people right there.
I'm the grandmother.
Come on up, too.
This is the
Other
cousin.
families come up.
Okay, when when my daughter called me and told me
Yes.
that mama, they're taking the kids away. And I asked her, okay, my granddaughter got on the phone, she talked to me, okay, and I told Ariana, I said, I was in the state of Mississippi. And I told my daughter, I said, let me talk to Ariana and try to keep her calm down because she was screaming and kicking and everything. I called, what was her name?
Kathy Murphy.
I called Kathy Murphy, and I told Kathy Murphy, I said, could I get the kids, okay? I had a big house. There was no excuse, okay? I said, could I get the kids? I am their biological grandmother, okay? Every time when I called, and they had these meetings held up here, okay? I asked her, Queen will call me and say, Mama, they get ready to have a meeting. I'll call Kathy, okay, could I tell, oh, you don't have to attend. There's no reason for you. There's no reason. It's just going to be between Queen and the judge and us. You don't have to attend. It was always an excuse. They did a background check on me in the state of Mississippi. Nothing. They did a background check, everything. Do you know what they used against me? Because I didn't see the kids enough in foster care. Do you know that my granddaughter was 7 years old? My granddaughter was 7 years old. I helped raise her from a baby all the way up to 7 years old. And I told them, I said, well, the other little ones may not know me because they was babies. I said, but that 7-year-old, she will be the first one she see her grandmama and run up to me, okay? They did not give us a chance. Now, there was no excuse, okay? My daughter's a good daughter. Her daughter's kids was clean. They was not hit. There was no marks on them. There was no scratches on them. She don't even whoop her kids, okay? As God is my witness, so help me God, on my son's grace, so help me God, okay? But there was no reason. Every excuse, DA Blodgett's always got some kind of excuse pinned behind something, always, okay? And if don't nobody in this room believe that, if you go to DA Blodgett, and Judge Gardner ain't no better. She's no better.
I'm really glad